going to come up here to File, select New. All right, I'm going to set this up at 1000 width and 400 height. I'm going to keep the resolution at 300. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. All right, let me drop this back in here if I can. All right, there we go. Drop this out of the way, keeping that on standby just in case. All right, so the first thing that we need to do is go ahead and set our background color to black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit Shift Backspace or Shift Delete or Option Delete, and I'm going to go ahead and select inside the contents black down here and hit OK. All right, so once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and add on another layer. I'm going to go ahead and call this background. Okay, and on this layer, we're going to throw some text on it. So go ahead and get your text tool. And I've got my text already chosen up here. I'm just going to go ahead and use this Neuropool font and set the size at 24. Okay, I'm going to make sure the color is at white. Now this is going to depend on you. We're going to be laying some overlay on it, so it's not a big deal. But I am going to throw this down a little bit. Just going to go ahead and hit OK, and in all caps, I'm going to throw the trainers and keep it at that. Could have put the tools, but it's kind of beside the point. All right, so with this text selected, we need to go ahead and add on a new layer style. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to here, select Inner Shadow. All right, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to Screen. All right, I'm going to take this swatch, punch it up to white, or we can make it gray to match our text color, whatever you like doing. And I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Actually, I'm going to darken that just a tad. I'm going to hit OK. And we can deselect the global light. I'm going to go ahead and punch this angle up to 90. If I can get it. There we go. And for the distance, this is going to be up to you. You know, obviously you can make this as bulky as you want, but what I'm going to do is keep it kind of tight, and I'm going to keep it at 3, 0, and set the size at 3. And it should be good. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. All right, so the next style that we need to add is the gradient overlay. Just make sure this box is selected. And what we need to do is go ahead and reverse this. I want the white to be on bottom. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click on the thumbs to get the thumbs up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and select this top one. I'm going to drop this down to about 85%. All right, and down here, I'm just going to grab this, make sure it's black. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit OK, and we'll probably come back in here and edit some things. I'm just going to see how this one goes. I've got a different idea that just popped in my head, so we'll go with that for now. And over here, I'm going to grab this, set the opacity down to 95, or 20, sorry, not 95, maybe 25. What do we got set over here? Get rid of that. There we go. All right, so I'm going to stick with 25 down here, and I'm going to click on this swatch here and go ahead and set this to black too. All right, you can see our text is kind of making its way to where we need it to. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. This is good. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit OK. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add on another layer and drop that underneath of our main layer. All right, so what I'm going to do here is actually make this text as a selection with this layer selected. So I'm just going to control click right here. All right, once I get the selection up, I'm going to go ahead and come up to select, modify, expand. I'm going to set this to, what can we do, 3.